Alrighty, so we've just backed the car up, and all we've done is we've put all the drop down jacks, or the drop legs, that's these guys here. We've dropped all those. Oh, sorry, we haven't dropped those. We've lifted all those, so we get the no weight bearing on those. We've got all those up. We've disconnected any power and water that we've got, so the Caravan is now on the ball. So it's up to now to get all these chains and all the electricals and to get that hydraulic jack off the A-frame there, so we're ready to go. So I'm just going to put the stuff down here for a sec. Hold there for a little seckie. So we cross over the chains. Put those onto the D-shackle. Only finger tight those. Really, it's just a process of if there's something there that doesn't have anything in it, then you need to put something in it. Simple as that, really. I have a leverage bar for my brake. It means I can get it on nice and tight, and it means I've got the strength and I can leverage to be able to get it off. I'll leave that to the last minute. At the moment I'm doing this whole setup here by myself with the help of Casey, and then I'll wait for Leanne, and then it's a two-person job because of how uneven the van is. This side here I've had to jack up a lot, which means I've put bits of wood and stuff under the wheel to get us up so we've been level. We've been at this spot here now for about 5 months through the most of COVID, but it's time for us to move. So we've got that quite jacked up, and so it'll be a two-person job from here just to make sure that we get the van off properly. And because of the elevation that we've got, I don't want it rolling away on us. I could probably do it myself, but I can't see this side of the van too clearly at this point. So the hitching up system, I always put the chains on first, just in the event that something slips at the back. And if the van looks to get away on me, at least I've got it firmly anchored to the car and it's not going to go too much further. So what we do from there is just our electricals. We've got the standard pin that goes into the port of the car here, and I've got 2 Andersons. One Anderson that is for the fridge and a second Anderson for the battery. So whilst the car is running, the fridge in the Caravan will be powered up by this little sucker, and then the battery, that's the second battery, or the Caravan battery, is on this one here. So it'll be charging whilst we drive. And of course these come into play when we're not connected to the car and we're not connected to power. Then one of these little suckers, then I can plug into the portable solar panel. We've also got a solar on the roof, so then we can be trickle feeding solar energy into our battery. So that's the purpose of those as well. And the fridge, because we've got a decent sized van there, it's a 21 footer, it's got a fairly big fridge in it too. So I have a separate Anderson just to eliminate the risk of, because it draws so much power, that whilst we're driving, that it doesn't cook my pin into the back of the car, which on a previous van and a previous setup, that's exactly what happened. It cooked one of the pins, so now I just run it quite isolated through just on its own Anderson. So they're just as simple as, you can only put them in one way, you can't put them in upside down because they won't go. So we put those in. This one here, I always leave till we're nearly ready to go, just because as soon as I plug it in, it's going to start to draw power from the car. And the last thing I want it to do, if I muck around for too long, then it's going to draw power from the car, and I don't want the car to go flat because this is the lifeline right here. So I always leave this little beauty to last. What else have I got here? I didn't grab it out, so I'll just grab out. With this particular Caravan, it comes with lots of cameras all the way around it, and I'll just show you those in just a moment. But this is the setup for the cameras. Again, it's no wrong way, no right way, it can only go in one way. So you just find how that fits into the slot, and then it's just got a thread. You just screw the thread on, just finger tight, nothing has to be super tight. Casey, can you please move? So that's how that goes. I'll just get rid of my little helper here. And that just goes in here. And again, just move it, just turn it till it gets into the pin configuration, the female into the male. Push it in with just a little bit of pressure and just finger tight it. Get rid of that. So, I always stand back and have a bit of a look, so I know I haven't got my pin on yet, and that's cool. I've got a little pin through here, which is the drop down one. I've got the 2 chains on. Electrically we're okay. I need to get rid of the hydraulic jack because his purpose is now done. Make sure I release that, which I have. So she's good to come off. Anyway, I'll do that in a minute because I'll come around to that side. So that's where we're at. I'll just go over that again. So we're pretty well good to go there. Like I said, I'll get rid of that jack, take her off, and then it's just a matter of waiting for Leanne to get back, and we'll take the brake off and we'll be able to go. The last one that I didn't show you is this little breakaway. A lot of caravans have got those now. That's just another safety measure. That it's just a little coil and a pin, and all it does is, in the event of the car coming away from the van, that under pressure this pin here would pull it out of that little device there, and it sets off an electric, or it's from the battery, the power source. It pulls that, and it will put the brakes on the van in the event of a breakaway, hence why it's called a breakaway. So that's it, that's what we've got. So we're pretty well ready, nearly to go. Watch out the way, Koopy. So everything is almost done. So this is what I'm talking about here, guys. We've got a bit of a show going here, that because we're so uneven, we've got the normal ramps there, but they just weren't high enough. So I've just had to bring in some sleepers, some offcuts of sleepers to get us up, to get us level, because we've been here for such a long time. So that's the only reason I'm not going to drive away, is because I want it to be a 2-person job. Leanne will probably jump in the driver's seat, and then I'll be over on this side of the van to take away some of those logs of wood. So then we can, it's a bit of a process, it's a bit of a drive forward, drive back kind of scenario to be able to get all those logs out, and then it's safe to drive away. So again, just recapping, I've made sure before we've hitched up or before we've done anything that I've put the legs up. They need to be in an up position before you attempt to jack up the van or drop the van down, because if you don't, there'll be resistance and there'll be too much pressure on those legs and you'll do damage, and unlikely that you'll be able to even get it on the ball. So yeah, so that's how that goes, guys. That's us. We're pretty well ready to roll. Like I said, I can't hold the camera and take that jack off, but that's what we do from here. We take the jack, the hydraulic jack, that's that funny looking thing in the middle there. We take that off, put that away. I'll release the brake, take those logs out, and then we're able to drive away. And that's it. That's how we do it.